What's the thing that's hurt you the most?
Oh, my father dying, obviously. That's a question I didn't have to think about. He died 7.5, 8 years ago now.
So Andrew said to me, I think it was off air, he said, you're not a man until your father has died. It triggered me a bit because my dad hasn't died. And I think I'm a man, not just biologically. I think I tick some boxes,
I'm sure.
Beyond just the biological.
I wouldn't be sitting here if you weren't. So.
Yeah. But it did really get me to think, because my dad just turned 80 and he's been fucking ill for so many years and he's defied all the odds. So, but I know, like, I'm not here being interviewed, but the scariest thought for me is the day my dad goes. That just scares the shit out of me.
Well, unfortunately, and I'm not trying to upset you, when you said, oh, because my dad hasn't died, you mean he hasn't died yet. And the natural order of humanity is that he will die before you. So it is going to happen. Sadly, that's just an unfortunate fact of life. You say the same thing about my mother.
Well, it should be the order of life.
It should be.
Some people lose their children.
And when it's not, when the natural order goes in the wrong direction, that is a real tragedy. Being your age and losing your 18-year-old father is sad, but it's not a tragedy. Being your age and losing your 18-year-old son is a tragedy because it shouldn't happen that way. And you are a man. And Andrew is also right, because the full experience of being a man, let's say being the patriarch and I guess the head of the family with no older generations to look up to, is a part of being a man that you haven't experienced yet. You may have mastered the other 99%, but you can still go to your dad for advice. There's still an older member of your family, a man in the male lineage above you in seniority who's lived 30, 40 more years than you and knows things you don't, and you can go to him. It's kind of a lonely feeling. I mean, I have Andrew, but we're the same age, essentially. It's kind of an isolating feeling at first, but I do get what Andrew says, that you're not a man, let's say not a complete man until your father dies, because that one little missing part, when you are now the guy, I am now the guy forever. I have no grandfathers left. I have no father left. I am the guy forever that all of my kids and all of their kids will look up to for male guidance. And there's no one I can go to. So it's a very interesting part of manhood that and I feel like, God forbid, hopefully in a very long time, when it happens, you'll understand what I just said better.
Yeah, I think I probably will. I feel that I will.
Yeah. Well, you're a smart guy. You'll get it. It will register in your head. A couple years afterwards, you'll be like, yeah, this is different to how it was before. And Tristan was correct.